Hi, this is Green's Bonder, where I do predictions of the future. If like me do prediction for you, let me know in the comments below. Just a reminder, we do lives here every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central, and Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. Central. So make sure you mark it on your calendar. Let's get started. We got Yvonne here, the wonderful wife, behind the scenes, pulling all the levers, doing all the great things behind the scenes. So awesome stuff. We got some people online already. Awesome stuff. Hello, Dilly Dilly. Hello, Bob Job. And Pop Rocks is here too. Cool. So one of the first questions we're going to be going through is, will Dogecoin get to $10 in 2023? That was one of the questions from last show. Okay. Somebody's already asking, will Dogecoin do well? I think it will. Okay. Owning one will never make you rich because of how it's set up as a cryptocurrency, unless they make changes to that particular blockchain. It'll always pump out 10,000 coins per day or whatever that it is. So it's kind of like the Federal Reserve with their printing presses going all the time. So it's really hard to really get any value over time in a big way. Okay, you would just have to own lots and lots of Dogecoin for it to really make a big difference. But will it get to $10 at least in 2023? So let's have a look. So in 2023, I believe it'll still be around. It'll be one of the few coins that's going to be actually surviving everything that's going to be going on because of its likability. Lots of people like Dogecoin out there. The health of the cryptocurrency at that moment in time, I think a lot of things are going to be coming out of the woodwork. We got the moon card at the very beginning of that. And that's basically secrets coming out of the depths, okay? Coming into the light. Things that were hidden at one time are now going to be revealed. That's basically the moon card. I think in this case, people are going to be realizing that Dogecoin isn't quite up to the task of getting to that $10 mark. It may get to $1 or something in the next little while. But in 2023, I think it might get up to $3 to $4 in that time period. And that's everybody utilizing because it's very usable. Okay. And there's a lot of places where you can get it. So it's accessible. And that's one of the great things about Dogecoin going forward, and popular. But in 2023, I think something else is going to be overshadowing most of Dogecoin. It's probably going to be Shiba Inu in the next little while in that time period. The price, as we're looking at the cards here, there is going to be a moment in time when they're going to be saving themselves from a little bit of a disastrous situation, but they're going to be pulling out of that in fine fashion. And they're going to be just trucking along for that period of time. I think beyond that, I think Dogecoin is going to do rather well after that 2023 time period. The people that are involved in it, there's going to be a lot of little victories along the way. Okay. And I believe they're going to be, I haven't heard anything, but I do believe that they are going to be working on the protocol in fairly soon. Okay. Nobody's really worked on the protocol for a long time because it was pretty much a joke coin and they just left it. let it be and just ran on its own. But I think they're going to be starting to work on the project to make it more viable for the future after 2023. We got the Empress, which is making it a cryptocurrency that the elites are going to be starting to utilize and starting to fear, okay, because it has easy access. Many people are going to be getting into Dogecoin because it's going to be a little easier to get into, and then going from there into other cryptocurrencies for and it's going to get a world acclaim. Okay, but the original question was, will Dogecoin get to that $10 mark in 2023? The cards are saying no. It'll probably get to $3 to $4 in that time period. Still pretty good. I got quite a few Dogecoin myself, and you're getting the $4 to $5 in that range would be just excellent for myself and many of you out there. Okay, so let's move on. Make sure you get all those questions on the side here. So we have some things for the hour. Okay. So somebody's asking the question about China versus the US. Now, there's a few other YouTubers and other content creators out there that are claiming that China and the US are going to be going to a war in the near future. And I was thinking about that the other day. Especially with Nancy Pelosi and many other politicians were going to Taiwan and pissing off the Chinese government and all this sort of thing. A lot of that is just show, and a lot of that is making a lot of us do speculation that there's going to be something that is going to happen because of that. I think China is a little smarter than that. They probably wouldn't attack personally. They would probably go through a third party of some sort because nuclear weapons, right, on both sides. And plus, Russia would get involved as well with that because they're close allies of a sort. I'm not sure if Putin would actually go along with that, but that is the part of the thought process that people are going through right now with this situation. So, China versus the US. And a lot of cards that are coming up are what I had just said. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors, getting us to worry about things that might happen. Okay. You have to remember the news and all that is about what could happen. Okay. China and US could go to war. And then it frightens all the people watching that sort of thing and just bowing to the graces of our world leaders. Okay. To protect us from this situation. Okay. That is basically the health of everything. It's going to be moving along very quickly. It's almost out of the news cycle now, as we've been noticing. And they're moving on to other things, trying to get something that really grips the people in their fear. We have to remember politicians only really have power over us if they have something that we fear. Okay. Real or false, right? Something that's real or imagined. Okay. With this imagined, what would I say? Boogeyman, as it were. We regular people think that they need our politicians that we have now to protect us, and that's how they keep power over us. Okay. A lot of that is smoke and mirrors. Okay. We don't really need these bozos. Okay. And we have to stop falling for their false boogeyman. And right now in Canada, we have the climate change. They're actually setting up a climate change police officers for the farmers. Okay, here in Canada, and it's probably going all over the place. In Australia, I think they're any teachers that didn't take the vaccination, the cookies, are just having their wages cut in half and all this sort of stupidity. So, going back to the China versus U.S., just a bunch of smoke and mirrors. I There'll be small little skirmishes, but nothing like um, people had been expecting. It riles everybody up and gets them into fear mode and not thinking straight. Okay. I do see there's going to be some type of small conflicts between two third parties, one backed by the U.S. and one backed by the China, so they don't go head on with one another. Okay, and with the people, there's a lot of confusion behind the scenes and in front of the scenes on what to do next to keep us in fear, because we are starting to learn that a lot of it is just smoke and mirrors, imaginary, and not worth anything. That they're just trying to keep us in fear. And now they're going to be doing the climate change to keep us in fear, and the monkey stuff to keep us in fear, and that sort of thing. That way, we're never ever getting a good footing on everything. But I believe that is going to be changing very, very soon, and has been changing very quickly, because we're figuring out that they're a bunch of baloney. Okay, well, there you go. China versus U.S. And if they did, I think China might win, unfortunately. Okay. Somebody was asking the question, Zelicah, will it get to $1? Now, I could just say yeah, because they didn't put a time limit on it. Let's just say for the year, starting from today to a year from now, will it get to that dollar mark? Okay. It probably will get to $1 in about 5-6 years or so, maybe a little sooner. Okay. But let's have a look when. Yeah, that's a better question. When will we get to that $1 mark? We already know it's yes. Okay, we already know the end of the book. It says yes. Just when would be the question. And I'm thinking that when is going to be in about approximately 2-year time period from today onward. Okay, so it's within that amount of time that we're going to get to $1 for Zelicah. There's a whole lot of things that have to happen behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, and everywhere else for this to occur. And next, we're going to be having that surge from the Ethereum. Okay, everything plays upon one another in our reality. So when the Ethereum merge starts to happen next month, we're going to see all the cryptocurrencies doing their thing and following suit. Okay, so Zelicah will be $1 in about approximately 2 years' time, if not sooner. Okay, well, thank you for that question. So somebody's asking the question about Gala crypto versus Axie Infinity. Which is the better of the two? I guess that's the question at hand. So let's have a quick look. Which will win? They both win, I believe. The first impression that I get. They're both good coins. Which one will win over the other one? Let's see. Daisy Chains has a good question, but we'll get to that in momentarily. Overall, I believe Axie Infinity is going to win out over Gala Crypto. Overall, they are both going to be surviving everything, but I believe Axie Infinity for the win for the foreseeable future. For the amount of money I get, it's always about the money that you can make from these two particular cryptocurrencies moving forward. Okay, so let's move on. We're into the chat. Now, there was the question Daisy Chains was asking. Does drinking too much coffee affect your psychic abilities? It doesn't seem to affect me, but I do know other people other psychics, if they have too much coffee, it does affect them. Me personally, no. Some people, yes. Depending on how you open yourself up to the cosmos. And Donomo's trying to catch a bug on the window. So, through the screen, unfortunately. That's why we can't have nice things, I guess. So,
no fresh air.
No fresh air for us. Domino says no. It can affect, but depending on how you're connected to the universe, it shouldn't affect you as much because you're getting energy from the cosmos itself, the white light, and that's basically how I do it. Hooking into universe using white light for the energy source, and then through that I get information from the cosmos. Okay, because I'm more of a channeler than medium. Okay, where the other power that you can draw from that I do see a lot of people use is magnetic power, or power from, and that's using your own energy of the body, and that can actually harm you. Okay, if you do that too much, because they don't know how to connect a source, or they're afraid to attach themselves to force, so they use their own bodily energy. Okay, so here's your psychic lesson for today. There's source, okay, universe, cosmos, whatever you want to call it, God. And then there's magnetic energy, which is the self. Okay, and when you use that, it can do damage to the body. Okay, there you go. You got a little bit of a lesson on using psychic abilities. Okay, let's get to the next thing. Bob Job. Hi, Andre and everyone. You keep reading many cryptos are soon to hit a large downturn. Opinions vary to start of October to mid-November. What do you and the cards say? Many thanks. I don't think there's going to be a huge downward turn, and we are falling down a little bit today, and it's probably tomorrow it's going to go up again. I think there's going to be a slight downward turn in the next 2 weeks. Okay, but it's not going to be major, but it is a good buying opportunity out there for everybody. October, November. I think November is when we're going to start to really see it go up, especially after the Ethereum thing starts to move everything up. Now, the Ethereum, if it goes well, and I'm picking up that there's going to be some difficulties along the way, but it might go down a little bit and then up. So it could be the cause of the downturn, okay, and the cause of the upturn of everything as it the whole market starts to figure itself out. Okay, because when it starts to go up, everybody's going to sell at a certain amount. It's normal behavior. And then the market will come down. And then when it gets down to a certain level, everybody's going to go put their money back in. And then, okay, it's just normal behavior for the market. Okay, so nothing to worry about if you have your cryptos on your Trezor wallet. Okay, just sit on them. Don't worry so much. You got the good cryptocurrencies, right? So I wouldn't worry about it because we already know the end of the book, right? Cryptos win overall. So don't sweat all the stuff in the middle. It's just fun to watch, okay? And just when it does fall down, buy some more at a nice cheap price. That's all you really need to know, okay? Thank you for that, Bob Jeb. Will Mount Gox make the market go down? For a short period of time, yes. And when that happens, buy. Okay, I believe when all those Bitcoin get flooded into the market, they're going to be picked up really quick. Okay, because we got BlackRock now on the scene. We got Grayscale. We got PayPal. We got the banking industry. All the big organizations are wanting crypto, especially Bitcoin at this moment in time. All the big elites want the Bitcoin. So when it gets into the market again, it's going to be captured really quick. Hopefully you are there to pick up some cheap Bitcoin when it does come out. Okay? And it could be another part of the reasons why the crypto market goes down for a short period of time. Right now is a weird market cycle where all the big elites and banking industry and the huge money coming into the cryptocurrency market, they're going to scoop that up in no time flat. Okay? So make sure you get your piece of the pie as well when that does happen. Okay, thank you for that, Pop Rocks. Will Dogecoin do well? Dogechain. I've been corrected. Okay. I'm not too.
I googled it to make sure.
So it is a thing. Okay.
Yeah. The official Dogecoin blockchain store.
Okay. Okay, will it do well? For some reason, there's a little black hat activity in there. Possible. They got their tentacles everywhere. Anyways. The health of it seems to be okay. There's going to be a situation coming up where they're going to be having a little bit of a downturn with the whole project in some fashion. Probably some information came out, and it's going to be affecting everybody's emotional state. And that card is there. But it's more of a negative thing happening with that. So when that information does come out, it's going to be making everybody feel sad, and they're going to be turning away from this project for a short period of time. Then it's going to right size itself. So there's going to be a situation where you can buy. Is it a coin or?
What was a blockchain?
Blockchain. So anything running on that blockchain will be going down a little bit and having a good buying opportunity for everybody. just because of this black hat activity. The white hat activity is upside down, which is very interesting. So they may be having some difficulty with one another. But overall, I think it's going to be overcoming any of the obstacles that are going to be put in front of it. So it's going to be bringing down the price of whatever's running on top of that and giving everybody a good buying opportunity moving forward. Okay. Well, thank you for that question. Phantom, go to $1 in the next 3 months. Okay. No. There's going to be some things that's going to be coming up very, very soon for Phantom coin. There's going to be some information that's going to be coming out about it. Nothing horribly bad, but there's going to be some nefarious things going on behind the scenes. Okay, it's going to be affecting the price going for the next 3 months. And we got the end of a cycle. So when this does happen, it's going to go into the positive of what it's going through now into more of a negative thing because it's going to be coming out very, very soon. And then it's going to be right sizing itself. So another good buying opportunity there for everybody, not financial advice, of course. And we got our friend, the Knight of Swords, in the middle of all that situation. So whatever is going to be happening is going to be bringing down the price quite a bit. And everybody's going to be lying awake at night, afraid and worried and stuff like that. So unfortunately, Phantom will not get to that point in that time period. Okay. Thank you for that. Will Zen, the new crypto of Conrad Zen, be successful on Ethereum or PulseChain or both? Okay. So the question is, should Zen be successful on Ethereum or PulseChain? Okay. Let's see who will win out first. Then we'll look a little closer at. It's going to do a little bit better on the PulseChain for whatever reason than the Ethereum blockchain. Okay. Let's look at Zen itself. How will it do overall? I'm thinking the health of this is going to be really rough in the very beginning. If they are trying to get a foothold on Ethereum, it's probably not going to work out exactly well for them. On the PulseChain, I think if it's on both, I think it's going to be doing much, much better on the PulseChain. It may be some delay for it to be the thing that it needs to be. There's some hurdles that it's going to be overcoming with no problem. The Three of Swords, your goal, and something coming between that. So whatever the goal is, it's going to be achieved. There's a 10 card. So it's not going to be the end of a cycle. Okay. So it's just a minor bump in the road that they're going to have to go through. So this means that the price is going to be a little lower than expected. So if you're wanting to get into this one, there's going to be some good buying opportunities out there for everybody. But it's going to be a hard fought battle for them to get everything up and going and without any problems. Doesn't happen in the real life. So they are going to be fighting the good fight, and they're going to be overcoming everything that they need to overcome, and looking forward to, after all that work is done, they're going to be looking forward across the plains into new golden opportunities for themselves. Okay, so overall it does well. I think it's going to do much better on the Pulse chain than the Ethereum blockchain. And it's going to take a while for them to really take off to where it's supposed to be. Okay, thank you for that. Is Pulse Chain launching finally in September around Ethereum merge time or later on? No. And apparently there's going to be some financial situation that's going on that's going to be holding them back for a little bit longer. They're still working on things behind the scenes, trying to get everything working peachy keen before it goes live. And I think they're lacking in funding for whatever reason. They are going to achieve that goal, but it's not going to be for quite some time. Your merge time, unfortunately not. It's going to be a little later on. Okay? And they may be making friends with Ethereum itself, just to get everything working just right. The first card that I brought up was the Ace of Pentacles. Remember, pentacle or aces, excuse me, are always a yes, but it's reversed, so it means no. That's the first card that I pulled. It just told me that it's some type of financial situation that's going on with them at this moment in time. Could be the whole market's all over the place, and they're having a hard time getting the funds necessary to move forward with their project. They are still building things behind the scenes. Okay, that's what this card represents. Building for future wealth. And of course, we got the Three of Pentacles after that, showing off their wares. Okay, that's basically what this card represents. Showing everybody the good work that they've been doing, and please give us some money to finish. Okay, so there's going to be that situation coming up very soon. So unfortunately, not going to be soon. It's going to be a little later than expected. Okay, thank you for that question. What's your opinion on David Icke? I like him. I think he brings a lot of good truths out. There's not many things that I disagree with him on. I think he's pretty much on the nose with most things. The fact that he has to stay kind of hidden, which it just tells me that everything that he was bringing out in the past is pretty bang on the nose. Okay. If it's the guy I'm thinking of. Okay. Yeah, overall, I think he's pretty good. There's some that, what was the thing that he's really getting into about the aliens and stuff? Yeah, but any of the things that he had over the cookies and why we needed the cookies was bang on. Okay. So I'll give him that. Do I really follow a lot of his stuff? From time to time, I'll see a good documentary with him or something like that. But I'm not an avid watcher of David Icke. Okay, thank you for that question. Any new timelines on one more good drop for BTC? There's supposed to be one in about a week or so. Let's just look. Even now, BTC, it has been dragging on the bottom. Okay. I don't think it's going to be going much lower than 16 American, 16,000. Right now it's what, 21,000 dollars. If it does go down, it's going to be very quick. It has been doing this quite a bit lately. So hopefully you're getting in there when it's nice and low or hits that bottom. There's not going to be many buying opportunities at this price point. Even if it does drag down, I would try to get it in now, because when it goes down to the lowest mark, and we got all that other Bitcoin coming onto the market because of Mount Gox, it's going to be a mad scramble for all those loose Bitcoin coming out onto the market. Okay, so my suggestion, not financial, but what I'm looking to do is buy it while you can. Okay, especially BTC. If you've noticed and you've been watching the markets, there's very little Bitcoin on the market at the moment. Okay, so when everybody jumps in, I don't want you not getting any when it's at a good price. I would suggest getting it now if you can. Okay, thank you for that question. Can VVS hit $1 US by 2030? That's Bankcant, I think.
Well, I found VBS Finance, so I don't know.
VVS Finance?
Yeah.
Okay. For whatever reason, I don't think it's going to make it to that time period exactly in its form now. I don't think it's going to get to that dollar. Something happens along the way with this one before it gets to that 2030. Will it get to that dollar previously or before? I think very briefly, and then it's going to be dropping off for whatever reason. There could be some things that aren't kosher within the whole platform itself. Probably why it doesn't make it to 2030. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you.
Oh, I hit something.
Oh.
Hey.
Is American Shiba ready to fly? Maybe. Yeah. Again, there's going to be tons and tons and tons of cryptocurrencies with the Inu name. Be careful. A lot of them are going to be scams. They're capitalizing on the Shiba Inu name. So be careful out there. Okay? But we're looking at American Shiba. Well, for whatever reason, we got the tower. I think it is going to be an okay cryptocurrency going forward, but I think it's going to have some situation where it's not going to be flying anytime soon. So emotionally, everybody is there. Okay. Try to get it out of my spotlights. And they're ready to charge forward with the chariot. They raring up, ready to go. Everybody's emotions are into it. Let's go. And boom, something happens along the way. Let's look at what does happen. Oh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. The magician. Smoke and mirrors. What they're selling may not be what they are. Okay. I think I've done readings on American Shiba in the past. I don't think they have all their eggs in, or all their ducks in a row just yet. So they're blowing smoke everywhere. Blowing smoke up your, you know where. So it looks like it's ready to go. They're going to charge forward, and kablooey, something happens along the way. Okay. Will they recover? It's going to be limping along after whatever this situation is. Okay. Maybe for some time that it really starts to take off. Okay. Thank you for that question. Will XRP be, that's $1?
100.
Oh, $100. I'd have to say yeah. But you're probably looking for a time. When will it do this? You're asking. The when. Okay. It's not really trying to go to $100, but there is going to be a situation that's going to be coming up very, very soon, especially as North Americans. We're going to be left out in the cold for a short period of time. Probably that sort of thing that's happening with them in court in the U.S. With the SEC. So they're ready to charge, but they're not going to be doing that for quite some time here in the U.S. Other parts of the world, yes. Okay? Because you're rapidly doing business all around the planet outside of the U.S. You have to remember, U.S. isn't everywhere. And they're going to be fighting hard to get back on top to where they need to be. Even though they're having all these problems and stuff, they're still one of the top 10 coins. One of them. Okay? So that really tells you something about that particular cryptocurrency moving forward. Okay? That's why it's on my big list. My list of 6. It will get to that point, but not for quite some time. It has a lot of other things to overcome. The whole crypto market has a whole bunch of other things to accomplish before we get all these big prices that everybody's talking about. And everything outside of the crypto bubble will have to do their thing, which will impact the cryptocurrency world as well. When finally we hit the bottom of the fiat currency, cryptocurrencies are probably going to be falling as well. What we're looking for is that disconnection from the traditional market and the crypto market. Unfortunately, at the moment, both the crypto market, that's this one, and the traditional market are lockstep with one another, which is not the greatest situation to be in. But I am predicting that there's going to be a separation of the two in due time. And that's going to be coming up very, very soon. Okay? It's going to be a wonderful winter with chills, spills, and all kinds of wonderful things happening around the planet. Okay? So yes, but not for about 4 or 5 years from now. Okay? Thank you for that. My daughter is going to borrow my wife's car for a long trip. Will she make it okay, or will there be problems? No. I'm picking up no. Just make sure that she has all the things in the trunk that she needs. And you're working on the turbo with this one, if I remember correctly. If you're that person. Once that's checked out, make sure there's a spare and all the safety precautions are taken before she goes on the trip. I do see a really low tire on the right side of the car, the right front. Okay, so check that out. Make sure there's no holes or anything like that, and get those repairs done before she goes. Okay, check all 4 tires while you're at it. I think there's going to be problems a little further down the road for those tires. Don't want her having a blowout on the way, and have that spare. Okay, but overall, I think it's going to be no problems at all. Okay, just check those tires. Okay, thank you for that. Is there 2 suns? There's. I'm guessing you're asking about our solar system. There's thousands of them, or trillions of them, but out in the cosmos. I'm gonna say no. Let's just see what the cards are gonna say. Is there a sun? Maybe. There's only one sun. There was another one at one time that was part of our solar system, but it went elsewhere. Just came in. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. Thank you for that. You mentioned last time that Silico will collapse for a while. So when? Now. Right now, when it's nice and low. Probably going to be very, very soon that we're going to have that drop. And it's just not going to be Zelicah. It's going to be all of them, pretty much. There may be 1 or 2 that don't collapse a lot. And when the collapse comes, it's going to be beep, beep. It's going to be like really quick. So it's something that you shouldn't be banking on. Okay, I would just buy it now. It's a nice, pretty low price right now. Same with many of the other cryptocurrencies. It doesn't get much better than where it is right now. Okay. Exact timing, unless you really have the skills for that, I wouldn't really go that way. Just buy it, sit on it, and think of other things. Okay? Thank you for that. Will XRP win the lawsuit? Yes. The SEC is just dragging their feet. My goodness. It's going to be a lot longer than everybody thought. And I think I mentioned that long time ago in a little video I did on XRP versus SEC. It's going to take a long time. This is the first barrier that we need to win. Okay. If the SEC goes beyond that, XRP, then all the other cryptocurrencies, except for Bitcoin and Ethereum, okay, are probably going to be targeted. Okay. XRP is holding the line against the SEC. They are going to win. That's just probably why we're seeing that the SEC is trying to go around and get some of the other cryptocurrencies as well. I guess there were some suitcases full of money being passed between the SEC and other parties behind the scenes to make things happen, but they're failing. Okay, overall, it's been rattling the stable coins quite a bit. This is why we're seeing a lot of stable coins depeg themselves. Okay, it's because of all this stuff happening, because they want their own cryptocurrency to not have any competition, the CBDCs, when they come out. But I don't see that really happening at all. The CBDCs. Everything else is going to be just fine. Okay, thank you for that. Does the invisible cloak really exist? And is the government using them? I'm not quite sure what that is. What is it trying to hide? I'm wondering. Well, let's first see, just using our cards, does it exist? Yes, it does exist. For what it's used for, it right in the middle of the cards is we got our black hats. For some reason, they just can't get it to work, or they got it working partially. Probably alien technology that they found, and they're trying to jury rig it or something like that.
Daisy Chain says you wear them.
You wear them?
Like Harry Potter.
Okay, probably alien technology that they found. It does exist, but I don't think they can get them working as well as they want them. And I think in the future, other parties are going to be getting them to work much, much better and for better use. Okay, thank you for that question.
There's a question from before.
Okay, I'll do a little dance while we wait. Prediction on magic crafts. What is that?
Play to earn.
Pay to earn? Play to earn?
Play to earn.
Okay. Brand new game or something like that. I know witches that do magic craft, and that's what they call it. So I was unsure what you're talking about. I know witches and I know wizards. So I'm just seeing that it's not going to do very well for very long. It looks exciting and new and all this sort of thing. People are ready to charge in, but because we have this card, it's false riches. Okay, you're promised something huge. Okay, and when you get there, it's nothing. Okay, so it may go on for a short period of time, but it may not last, or it may not be sustainable in any form for long periods of time. Okay, that's just basically what I'm picking up about it. Okay, thank you for that. Will we see more people waking up in mass in 2023? Yes, a lot of people are waking up now. You have to remember when this always happens in history, throughout history, there's only basically a short or small portion of the population that sees exactly what's going on, or some variation of what's actually going on. It's always the smaller part of the populace that carries everything through to the next thing. The regular folks around you, they will know something's wrong. They won't know exactly why. Even though you tell them outright this is going on, they won't believe you, but they will understand that there is something wrong. So they will take actions to better this situation for themselves and for the people around them. They may not know exactly how or why, okay, that it's going on, but they will inadvertently do things to carry us into the next section. Okay, it's up to us that are fully awake to the situation to do all the fine work, okay, for the masses. Okay, of course, now with YouTube and the internet, people, more and more people have a better understanding of what's going on this time around. Okay, but yeah, we're gonna have more people waking up, but it will never get 100%. Okay, it's always going to be a smaller, maybe 40% of the population that realizes what is actually going on around the planet, and it's going to be up to us to carry it forward. Okay, thank you for that question. Will Cardano hit $3? Yes. I guess you want to know when. Top of my head, 5 years. I'll throw some cards down. Don't worry. Just to dress it up a bit. the head guy from Cardano's doing some weird things lately. So sometimes they are their own worst enemies. So one of his advisors should tell, "Shut up." So it'll survive, even all that stuff going on. Overall, I think the health is going to be a little lack in the next little while. They're going to be waiting for the Ethereum thing to go until their big update comes out. And the price is going to be doing okay for the next little while. But it's not going to be for quite some time until they reach that $3 mark. Probably about another 2 to 3 years from now. Okay, thank you for that. East Coast this month on the 27th, 25th today, right?
Yep.
So in 2 days. If you're thinking there's going to be a bit of financial downturn for whatever reason, I'm not sure exactly what you're getting at. People are too tied to situations that do not serve them. Okay, there's that going on there. But there's a lot of people behind the scenes that are waiting for that harvest to come in. So I think people are too tied to situations that do not work into their favor, which is normal for regular people. And there's people going to be profiting off of that. I don't see any disaster or anything like that on the East Coast. So it could be the situation. It's going to a long journey. Okay. If there's a group of, especially politicians, trying to get fear into people about something, whatever that is, it's going to be paying off them in a major way. Is there like hurricane or something going on there? No, it doesn't look like it. If there is any storm brewing, they're going to be dying off pretty quick. Okay, thank you for that.
We're at the hour.
We're at the hour. Okay. Always grateful for everybody that comes out. We got lives here on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central, and Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. Central. So make sure you mark it on your calendar. If you like a personal reading with me, make sure you go to psychicreadingsbyandre.com. All the information's there. I got a reading right after this. I gotta close it up real quick. If you like to protect your cryptocurrencies in the best possible way, make sure you go to psychicreadingsbyandre.com, where we have a affiliate link for the Trezor wallet. We make a tiny bit of money if you purchase one from there, so make sure you look into that, especially in these crazy times that we're in right now. So I think that's all we need to go through. Bob Job, I haven't forgotten about you. See you on Saturday. And make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future.